Hi everybody, welcome to the extras video of God of War Chains of Olympus. We start here on the PlayStation 3 XMB screen just to see what Chains of Olympus looks like when you load it up. So yeah, let's take a look. The reason to show off this, of course, is due to the fact that in the main playthrough of Chains of Olympus, I never actually showed you the main menu, which is why the first segment is dedicated to Chains of Olympus's main menu, because I never showed this off initially. It's nothing special, nothing fancy. We have 4 options: new game, load game, options, and treasures. We're going to be spending most of our time in this segment, in this video, I should say, in the treasures menu. But for now, we'll take a look at the other stuff, just to see, because again, never showed this off initially. Specifically under options, we have a couple of different, options. We can have subtitles, show hints, we can play around with the volume a bit, we can change the screen size, and of course we can take a look at the controls. It's nothing special, nothing fancy, as I said, but it's a thing that is in this game that I didn't show off initially. So yeah, there it is. Just for you to take a gander at. The load game takes us to that dark screen with all our save files, obviously. Nothing crazy there. And I'm also going to show off what happens when you want to select a new game. Specifically, this is me selecting the God mode new game, just to actually start the God mode playthrough that you saw before. There's some options and functionality here, but we're going to take a look at the specifics of all this stuff in other segments of the extras videos. So for now, I will see you in the next segment. Okay, now we get into the real meat and potatoes of Chains of Olympus's extras. Specifically, this is the Challenge of Hades. These are a series of 5 very difficult challenges that you can partake. The way these are going to work, I'm not going to show you any failed attempts. I'm just going to show you the best way to do each one of these. So, 50 soldiers burned. Obviously, they want you to use the Ifrit. Just use your Ifrit. That's fine. Nothing too crazy here. The twist with this challenge is that there are going to be Cyclopses that appear. The Cyclopses will not just be targeting you, they will also be targeting the Persian soldiers, and if the Persian soldiers die from anything that isn't the Ifrit's fire, you will lose the challenge automatically. So you want to juggle between taking out 2 waves of Persian soldiers and then taking out a Cyclops, and then rinsing and repeating the process until you've killed 50 soldiers via fire. So 2 cycles of Persians, that's the second cycle. Another Cyclops is going to appear. Kill it real fast. You have to go out with Zeus to do that. And then just go back to killing the next 2 wave of Persians and rinse and repeat this process until you are finished with all 50 soldiers. Completing the Challenge of Hades, aka doing all 5 challenges, unlocks you a bonus costume, Mick Kratos, that we'll get into in the bonus costume segment of the video. A video called the Lost Levels, which we'll take a look at later, and the Environments Image Gallery, which we'll also take a look at later. Challenges such as these are a staple of the God of War series. They were not in God of War Ascension because the Ascension team wanted to focus on the multiplayer, but they are in all the other Greek mythology era God of War games. It's even in the PS4 God of War game in its own way. It's not in a separate menu or anything. The Niflheim stuff and the fire area stuff, whose name I don't recall right now. That's all stuff that you do in the Norse mythology era God of War in game. So it's a staple of all the God of War games, except for Ascension, again, because Ascension, they wanted to focus on the multiplayer, but it's all there. Continuing on, though, the challenge is almost done. Again, keep juggling between 2 waves of Persian soldiers, and then get ready for a Cyclops. one Olympic charge, or Olympic strike I should say, and then a couple of more hits from the Gauntlet of Zeus is all it takes to finish them off. Important to note about the Challenge of Hades is that you're not playing on God mode rules. Enemies don't do that much damage. You have higher defense. It's good stuff. You're playing this game, you're playing these challenges as if though on normal mode, which is a nice advantage. Moving on, however, we have challenge number 2, which I think is going to be the hardest of the challenges, potentially, for most people. The key to the second challenge is to use your Gauntlet of Zeus. Specifically, you want to use your L1 triangle attack from the air. Because the Sun Soldiers, you have to kill 20 of these guys without getting hit. The Sun Soldiers cannot actually reach you when you double jump into the air and start doing this this Olympic dive bomb attack, as it were. So if you just double jump into the air and then press L1, hold triangle, or hold L1 and triangle, Kratos will charge up a very powerful strike down towards the Earth, and a couple of those will dispatch any of the Sun Soldiers that are around your immediate vicinity. You do that a few times and you will be able to kill all 20 soldiers with relative ease. As I said, I'm not showing you failed attempts, but I do fail quite a few times in all these challenges because they're very difficult, except for the final challenge. The final challenge is really just this cathartic stress reliever after the difficulty of the first 4 challenges. The 5th challenge is a very, very straightforward, easy challenge that you'll see when we get there. But for now, just keep jumping up in the air, L1 triangle, slam down to the ground, and that'll be that. That'll be your second challenge. 20 fire guards are dead, Sun Soldiers, whatever you want to call them. Alright, moving on to challenge number 3. Challenge number 3 is Life is Short. We're going to be losing health rapidly. This is a very, very strict time challenge. You want to start by using Charon's Wrath on the Minotaur that first appears. You want to kill this Minotaur as fast as possible. Use your Gauntlet of Zeus to do that. This Minotaur does not act like the ones in the Temple of Persephone. This one acts like a normal Minotaur, so use that to your advantage. After you dispatch the Minotaur, kill one of the poor unfortunate souls that are strapped to the pillars at the very end, because you're going to need that extra health for this segment. This battle is divided into 3 phases. The first phase is that one Minotaur. The second phase is a fuck ton of harpies. There are so many harpies here. There were even more here than there are in that elevator in the Temple of Helios. There are so many. Keep mashing circle. Don't worry, you will have just enough time to dispatch most of these harpies. Stay close to the poor unfortunate dead people tied up to the pillars up top, because you're going to want to, eventually when your health gets low enough, to start striking some of them to get some extra health back for the final phase of this fight. The final phase of this fight is very simple. Just keep it up, because there are so many harpies here. It's going to take you a bit. It's going to take you a solid hot minute here to dispatch all these harpies. Unfortunately, getting these red orbs means nothing, because you start the Challenge of Hades with fully powered everything, just to give you, a fair chance of doing all of these very difficult tasks that are set before you. Anyway, we're almost pretty low on health, so you want to stay close to those pillars up top, and you're going to want to start, there we go. Start killing them just to get some extra health back. Start just killing all of them. There's one more at the edge that I missed that I go for at the very end there. Now you have these Fire Reapers from the Temple of Helios, those things whose names I refuse to learn. 3 of them are going to appear. One combo from the Gauntlet of Zeus finishes them off immediately, so make sure to finish them off as soon as they come up so they don't even have a chance to start attacking. There are 3 of them that pop up. This is the final phase. After you kill the 3rd one, you will be done with your challenge. So hopefully you have enough health to survive by then. You're all done. That is the end of challenge number 3. Okay. Moving on to challenge number 4. It's going to be a differently paced challenge than the previous ones. This is a timed challenge similar to Life is Short, but you're actually given a timer, and you're being asked to break all the objects before time runs out. You want to use a combination of the Ifrit and that L1 triangle attack from the Gauntlet of Zeus that we saw before. Use the Ifrit for wide area of effect destruction, and use the Gauntlet of Zeus to destroy some special objects like the statues. It's all going to come down to realizing how many hits it takes to destroy certain things, like that big statue in the middle that we destroyed took 6 hits, small statues take 3 hits, Medusa head statues also take 3 hits, frozen people people that have been frozen into stone take 2 hits to destroy, and all the other little stuff takes the incense burners and stuff that takes 1 hit to destroy. However, you can also use the L1 triangle attack, that dive bomb attack that from previous challenges, to destroy things in a smaller area of effect than the Ifrit, if you wanted to. I don't recommend you do so because it's less time consuming than using the Ifrit. So a combination of the Ifrit, a combination of the L1 triangle in the air dive bomb attack with the Gauntlet of Zeus, and just regular attacks will help you destroy everything in the allotted amount of time. Moving on, we have our final challenge, the Cathartic Easy Challenge. Just sit back and enjoy because it's very straightforward. You're not in God mode, just have fun with this. Okay, and moving on to the next segment, we're now going to dive deeper into the treasures menu. We've obviously already dealt with the Challenge of Hades in the previous segment. You can check that out at your leisure. We have 3 bonus costumes, the Spud of War, Kratos, and the Mime of War. Mime of War is unlocked by beating the game in God mode, Spud of War is unlocked by beating the game in general, and Kratos is unlocked by beating the Challenge of Hades. We can also take a look at the cutscenes if we wanted to, that's just a thing that you can do if you want. That's there. We also have more interesting videos aside from just the in-game movies. For example, this video called The Lost Levels. God of War has never been shy about showing its aspects of its development process, showing things that were left on the cutting room floor. For that, I really like God of War. And this game is not shy about showing off the things that did and didn't make it into the game. So it's no secret that Chains of Olympus had to scale back in scope considerably because of time constraints and just because, just the scope of the game in general. And, this video is just dedicated to showing off the things that you didn't get to do, things that they had planned to make happen, but you didn't actually get to engage in. So this two-headed turtle dragon monster is a cool example of a lost level that never made it in. You can also see early examples of Kratos' running animation and how QTEs and stuff would have looked aesthetically in the game. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Just this nice behind-the-scenes look at the things that they wanted to have put in, but never did. Again, God of War has never been shy about showing off early models and early works that just never made it through. So it's pretty cool that we get to see this. It's pretty cool that we get to experience this kind of stuff and see the different ideas that just didn't make it in. Another idea that, for example, didn't make it in is the fact that the Gauntlet of Zeus, that wonderful gauntlet that we've been using for the entire second half of the game, actually had this entire armor that was supposed to go along with it called the Gauntlet Armor. It looks really cool. There's going to be a link in the description to the Chains of Olympus wiki page, just to take a look at that extra stuff. It's pretty cool. Just all the stuff that did and didn't make it into this game, unfortunately. But again, it is just really cool to see just all the stuff that did and didn't make it in. See the development process, the software that they were using for all this stuff. Yeah, it's really nice to see. I don't really have that much more to say about it because it's all just stuff that didn't make it in, and it's cool to see, but there's not much to say about it. So I will see you all for the next part. Enjoy the rest of this video. Okay, and that is the Lost Levels video. That was pretty cool. Now we get to check out the Making of Attica movie, which not only shows us the making of the incredible cold open level of Chains of Olympus, but we also get some more cut content because, again, Chains of Olympus, a lot of cut content. A different version of the fight with the Persian king, a different early concept of what the main menu looked like. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to see all this stuff. Early versions of what their UI looked like. Yeah, it's all really good stuff to be able to check out. As opposed to Ascension, which I didn't show the videos for. I left the link in the description for the development videos of Ascension. The reason I didn't do that for Chains of Olympus is that there's already so little extra stuff in Chains of Olympus that I figured, you know, there's no harm in showing off this extra stuff in the video here, just because there's just, you know, just isn't that much here in Chains of Olympus. Look at Kratos' running animation. It's very goofy in the early builds of this game. But yeah, again, I don't have much to say about it. You can check out some stuff that didn't make it in, like the fact that I guess those siege weapons were apparently supposed to be moving originally in the early builds of the game, but eventually they left it at siege weapons already being kind of destroyed and stuff by the time Kratos gets to them, so it's pretty cool. Early models of Kratos without his Ghost of Sparta tattoo textures. Yeah, it's all just really interesting to see this stuff. Versions without textures, versions without the appropriate lighting that they decided on for the end. Yeah, it's really cool, but I don't have that much to say about it, so I'm going to see you all for the next video. So enjoy the rest of this. Enjoy seeing the things that you recognize and don't recognize from the cold open. He just went through a door. Enjoy all the things that you recognize and don't recognize. Oh, look, an elephant. That's cool. That's the original boss fight with the Persian king that didn't make it through, unfortunately. But yeah, enjoy the rest of this. Okay, and that is the second video, the making of Attica, and now we have another video inside Ready at Dawn Studios. Again, these are not developer interviews. It's just a nice, sweet compilation dedicated to the people that worked on this game. So it's very nice. It's very sweet. It's not that in depth if you're looking for like information for how they made the game and stuff. So if you're looking for that, unfortunately, you're not going to get that here. But otherwise, you know, enjoy it. It's very sweet. See you all at the end of this particular video. Okay, and that is Inside Ready at Dawn. That's a very cute, sweet video. You can also watch the credits if you wanted to. Again, we're not going to because we've seen them at the end of episode 5. And finally, we have some image galleries. 3 to be precise, 1 for characters. So here we go. Stuff that both made it and didn't make it into the game. Not in this gallery in particular, but in the later gallery, we see stuff that did and didn't make it in. So it's pretty cool. Pretty nice that they're very open with their process here. Just really, really good for people that are interested in game development, really, to see how this stuff goes from concept to final product. Here, of course, we have a bunch of environments. Recognizing Attica, Elysium, Temple of Helios. Yeah, very nice. And of course, we have the outtakes. These are the things that didn't make it in, like this giant boar monster, this cat lady, the Persian king on his elephant that we saw in the Making of Attica video. Yeah, a lot of good view into the process. So I really like this a lot. I will see you all for the final segment now. So again, in Ascension, I didn't show off every single costume. I will here, just because there's only 3 costumes. I'm not going to show off the different difficulties, though, because there's not that much difference. There's just, you know, enemies do less damage. That's it. And you do more damage. So anyway, we have 3 costumes: Spud of War, McKratos, Mime of War. We're going to start with the Mime of War first, because I really like the Mime of War. It's funny. Each costume has a little quirk to go along with them. You can also skip cutscenes if you want to now. Every single costume has a little quirk to go along with them, aside from the aesthetic funniness of each costume. The Mime of War gives you more red orbs from kills and from chests. So that's nice. As you can see, he's attacking with invisible blades. That's funny. And you get more red orbs for killing enemies. That's his thing. And you unlock him by beating the game in God mode. So that's nice. That's a very nice little bonus there. I've also decided to start this new game with by saying yes to having all my powers and stuff from my previous playthrough. So all of my abilities, the Ifrit, the Light of Dawn, Gauntlet of Zeus, all that stuff is all there. So that's nice. All my health, all my magic, it's all there, all maxed out. All my eyes have been collected, feathers have been collected. Everything except for the Crypt Keeper's Key and Triton's Lance are there because you have to get that stuff as part of the story, and it doesn't really affect anything not having it. So, yeah. Very nice New Game Plus options here. That is the Mime of War for you. Alright. I believe I'm going to show off the other 2 costumes because, again, there's only 2 other costumes. There's not much more to it. Again, Triton's Lance is locked because we don't need it for most of the game. It's just swimming stuff. Anyway, now we're going to show off the other 2 costumes. Again, there's only 3, so there's no harm in showing them off. If you answer no to that question, you will not have all of your gear and magic and stuff from your previous adventure. You'll start off bare bones Kratos, although in this case, as the Spud of War, you get more blue orbs. You just get the ability to use more magic because you get more blue orbs. You unlock the Spud of War by beating the game on any difficulty. Doesn't matter if it's easy, normal, or hard. Just beating the game once unlocks the Spud of War. And again, the Mime of War is unlocked by beating the game on God mode, the hardest difficulty. As you can see, starting bare bones, you don't have all of your magic and stuff. You just start off with just the basic blades. No eyes, no feathers, no nothing. Exactly as you were from the very beginning in episode 1. So moving on, we now have the final costume to show off. It's going to be McKratos. McKratos is unlocked by beating the Challenge of Hades, all 5 challenges, as you saw from a previous segment of the extras video. McKratos' thing is that he has very low defense, so he takes a lot of damage, but he also does a lot of damage to enemies. So high risk, high reward playthrough. You're going to finish enemies off really, really fast with McKratos. And that is it. That is the last extra of God of War Chains of Olympus. I really hope you all enjoyed this. I know I did. Chains of Olympus is a great game. I will see you all for the original God of War. Keep an eye out for that collectibles guide if it's not out yet. If it is, then check that out if you want to collect all the white orb chests. If you want to collect all the white chests with the Gorgon's Eyes, Phoenix Feathers, and red orbs, I should say. Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed. That is the end of this extras video. I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye, everyone.